Hey there guys, welcome to Dino's Vault once again, and first of all, for all of you waiting for my Duke 390 2017 first ride review, the video will be back live anytime soon, so please stay tuned for that. Meanwhile, I thought I'll keep you guys updated about the Suzuki Gixxer SF BS4 2017 model that has been launched now. This video contains a detailed walk around of all the color variants in my signature style. I'll also share what new features this new model has on offer, and finally I'll also share my short test ride experience telling you guys as to whether there's any change at all to the overall ride feel with these new changes that the bike gets. First up, let's look at the features that we get with this new model. The first visually apparent change is the new and striking body graphics that these new models get. The graphics pattern is similar to that of the MotoGP edition design-wise. Also, the red and black color variants really come alive with these new decals adorning them. Now, secondly, this bike also gets a BS4 compliant engine now, which has kind of become a regular norm for all the bikes to comply with. For those who aren't aware, BS4 stands for Bharat Stage 4, and basically it means that this bike puts out lesser pollution now and is more environment friendly. Also mandatory from this year onwards is AHO, or always headlamp on function. So the new Gixxer SF also gets the AHO feature, and there is no headlamp on off switch as you can see here. We do, however, get a control switch to switch between high beam and low beam. Also, we now get the same LED taillight unit as that of the SP edition model, which looks great. Well, that's about it for the changes, I believe. Other features are carried forward as they are from the preceding model. We get the same 240mm rear disc that now comes as standard with this bike. Then we have the beautiful looking aluminum muffler cover that adorns the twin port exhaust perfectly. We then have the full digital console that gives out all the info that we need, with the readouts including the speedometer, tachometer, odometer, trip meter, gear position indicator and fuel gauge. Also, to know how to set up and use the RPM limiter or the RPM light indicator, please follow the video link appearing on the screen currently. Next, we get the chunky 41mm front forks that offer a comfortable and pliant ride at lower speeds while also holding up good at cruising speeds. Now, perfectly complementing this is the 7-step adjustable rear monoshock that does its job really well. Also, the Gixxer SF is still the most affordable fully fed bike here in our market, and the fairing that the bike gets isn't just a marketing gimmick because it is wind tunnel tested using similar methods as those used for Suzuki's top of the line GSXR range of sports motorcycles. Therefore, the aerodynamics on this bike are absolutely spot on. Now, quickly looking at the engine specs, we get the same all aluminum, ultra lightweight, refined and punchy 155cc engine that puts out a max power of 14.8 PS and a max torque of 14 Newton meters. Now, this comes mated to the smoothly functioning 5-speed gearbox. Now, does this bike feel any different to ride compared to the older model? Well, the answer to that is a surprising yes. Now, mind you, the preceding models were also very refined, very well sorted out, with good throttle response, lighter clutch feel, smoother gearbox, comfortable riding posture, and a responsive engine that offered a meaty mid-range, thereby allowing you to cruise effortlessly on the highways. Now, this new model gets all the good bits of the older model, but now the throttle response feels a tad bit more instant and crispier. Now, maybe the bike that I rode was perfectly tuned, but overall I did enjoy the short run I had on this bike. The initial pickup is much better now, which is great. I also love the way the fairing is laid out along with the effective windscreen. Now, this enables you to have a jolly good time on the track, and even on the highways you can tuck yourself in behind the screen to fend off any wind blast at cruising speeds. The Gixxer twins won the top spot in my 150 to 160cc bikes comparo and analysis video, and you can watch that video by following the link appearing on the screen currently. Now, looking at the brakes, we get a 266mm disc up front and a 240mm disc at the back. The brakes offer good stopping power so long as you apply both front and rear brakes simultaneously. Now, please go through my how to brake on a non-ABS bike video by following the link appearing on the screen, and I'm sure you'll find it very useful. The suspension is ideally set as I mentioned before. It's not too stiff to bother you, nor is it too soft such that you keep bouncing around. It gets just about the ideal setting. Now, looking at the wheels and tires, we get 17-inch wheels and tubeless tires. We get a 100/80 tire up front and a 140/60 radial rear tire to offer better road grip on dry as well as wet surfaces. Now, looking at other relevant specs, seat height is 780mm, which is great news for shorter and average height riders, and I think people up to 6 feet tall shouldn't have a problem with this bike. Now ground clearance is 160 mm, again more than sufficient for our Indian road conditions. The fuel tank capacity is 12 liters, which is okay considering the decent fuel economy that this bike has on offer. Mileage wise, I think we can expect around 45 kmpl from this bike, and this figure may vary as per your riding style and riding conditions. Now please go through my mileage tips video by following the link appearing on the screen currently. The on-road price here in Hyderabad for this new variant is around rupees 1,04,000. Well, that's pretty much it for now. I just hope you found this video useful. Go ahead and enjoy the rest of the video with some good music playing in the background. Until next time, this is Dino saying ciao, take care, God bless, and ride safe.